Hello, Taiko people. Welcome to another kaDON live stream. Hope everybody is having a good October. And we have a lot of fun things for you today. Some 3 kind of great updates. So let's go ahead and get started. The first thing I have for you is a little wrap up on here, I'm gonna bring it up, our 2-part concert series with Kaoru Watanabe. This is a concert series that we held this month on the 10th and the 17th. This was our first attempt at a more kind of live performance-based series. So I'm sorry, our kaDON Live series, it's going to have 3 different series within that series. So kaDON Live workshops, so we've been doing those, right? Those are kind of based on what you would do in a normal workshop series, and we're really focusing on instructors that can bring a unique sort of take and kind of really go deep into their philosophy about what they do, whether it's voice with Aki Takahashi or using our bodies with Emily Harada, or whether it's like learning how to relax with Eddie Uchida. So the kaDON Live workshop series is all about going deep and really exploring an instructor's kind of philosophy and really kind of improving our skill level and technique level. So the second component that we added, the kaDON Live concert series, this series is really about supporting artists, supporting really great intentional music, and trying to find ways in which we can really engage in art, engage in performance in this sort of virtual setting. So for this series, Kaoru put together some really, really fantastic material that he's been working on, new pieces that he recorded specifically for this event. And we were able to really kind of get a peek behind the scenes, like really investigate how he approaches music and art, and really got a really deep and I think valuable insight into the creative process. And this concert series was our first of hopefully many. So hopefully we'll do another concert series very, very soon. So I have this little highlight of one of the pieces that Kaoru did and performed for this series, and I'm gonna play that right now. Here we go. So that it was really inspiring just to experience that music and also to see how kaDON has tried to adapt his music to this new reality. I think you can see from that little clip that he's using some software and some looping and doing a lot of really creative stuff with the limitations that we have now, which is like, we can't get all of our musician friends together and like play Fuet live for each other and stuff, because that, that's a whole other level of dangerous right now. But that sort of drive and that creativity to take these restrictions and still create something beautiful was one of the really inspiring things that I got out of that concert. So thank you all for everybody. Thanks everybody who showed up and everybody that supported that event. And thank you, kaDON, for sharing some of your beautiful music with all of us. And we are going to keep this open until I'm going to keep these recordings available until the end of the month. So there's still time for you to purchase a virtual ticket and experience this music and I'm going to keep that open until the end of the month. So you can check out our website. It's right here, and you can still register for the concert. And if you do, then you'll get an email with the links and the passwords to the recordings. The next thing I have announcement is this is really fun. Great, we're announcing a partnership with the Great Lakes Taiko Center. So Eileen and Larry, you guys are awesome. Thank you for reaching out to us. And we are really excited about this kind of as a model for things that we can do to really support all of you taiko artists and taiko teachers out there. As you know, the big thing we're trying to do with kaDON is we really want to support artists, support teachers, support the art form. And we're always trying to think of ways that we can use our resources in order to help all of you. And this is, I think, a really great example of this. Was it earlier this year? It was earlier this year. We launched our team plans, which is a way of like trying to get like whole groups onto kaDON. And with this partnership, we developed a new kind of, I don't want to get too much into the specifics, but we developed a kind of custom, what we're calling a school plan for the Great Lakes Taiko Center. And so the way that this is going to work is they are going to be using some of the kaDON material and integrating it into what they're teaching at the Great Lakes Taiko Center. And they are going to be doing their own online classes, but supplementing it with the video resources that we have and the repertoire that's available for kaDON. And all of their students will have access to the entire kaDON library. So we're really, really excited about this. And we think this is a way that we can sort of empower and support the taiko teachers and taiko schools that are out there, and trying to really deliver something, deliver like a really great online learning experience. So you can check out their website. It's michigantaiko.net. And the fun thing about kind of being online is that, you don't have to be in Michigan to register for their classes. So you can kind of see how they are doing things and the different classes they have scheduled. And we are really excited about this. So if you are interested in something like this, or this sounds like something that might be helpful for you or your school, feel free to reach out to us at info@kadon.com, and we would love to have a conversation and try to figure out ways in which we can do these kinds of things where we can help with our resources and do things to support all of the taiko teachers out there. So so check out their website, see what they're doing, and thank you, Eileen and Larry and Great Lakes Taiko Center for partnering with us, and we're really excited about this moving forward. Yay! Okay, our last thing I have as an announcement is this is really fun. So I explained kaDON Live workshops and kaDON Live concert series, and our third kaDON Live series is going to be what we call kaDON Live Community Series. And this is a kind of new series for us. And this series is going to be based on highlighting some of the really fantastic groups that we have in the taiko community. And particularly, we want to highlight ways in which our taiko groups are really integrated into their local community and doing things that are kind of particular to the local community. That's what this community series is going to be about. So for our first community series, we are going to be, for our first community series, it's going to be Tucson Ondo, which we're really, really excited about. And this is Tucson Ondo is a dance developed by Odaiko Sonora from Tucson, Arizona. And this is kind of like a really fun and interesting story. But in Tucson, there is this fantastic, I don't really know what to call it. It's like a community, it's like a cultural event, like a modern cultural event, I guess I would call it. The way I describe it is like it's kind of like an Obon plus Burning Man plus Day of the Dead plus like Cirque du Soleil, yeah, and then like kind of all mixed up and done in this really amazing kind of emergent culture way. So this event called the All Souls Procession, which is going to be coming up in a couple of weeks. This is like a kind of modern Obon. I don't want to say modern Obon because Obons are modern, but you know what I mean. Like it's like in the United States, sometimes we feel like we don't, like some of our cultural roots have been cut off, and that's part of being an American, is we're trying to always like rediscover those roots or bring them back. But when we do, we have to do it in kind of a new way because our context in which we're doing this is different. And I think this event, the All Souls Procession, is this kind of like emergent cultural event. And it's a really cool thing that happens in Tucson. And it's completely community supported. There's no kind of, it's the whole community comes together and puts on this event. And Odaiko Sonora has been involved with this. And they even invited me a few years ago. Actually, it was more than a few years ago. It was like when my daughter was very young. So it was a little while ago, but it's really, really a cool event. And as a part of this, as a part of the event, there's this kind of procession. And the idea is that it's to sort of commemorate people who have passed this year or have passed recently. And, because it doesn't matter which culture you come from, like that need to sort of commemorate and like honor those that have come before us, whether they're our ancestors or friends or loved ones that have passed recently. That's just like a human need. And this is such a neat way of doing that really combines a lot of different influences. And of course, in the Japanese and Japanese American community, the main way that we do this is through obon and dancing. And so you can read about it on our website, but Odaiko Sonora developed their own obon called Tucson Ondo. And there's a little story about how that came to be. And that is going to be what they will be sharing. So they're going to be sharing kind of the sort of thought process behind developing their own dance, and the way that they have used that in order to sort of, in the way they have used that in All Souls procession and in their local community, and how that's really given that like more meaning for them. And it's going to be kind of taught in different sections by the whole Tucson Ondo team. So of course you have Karen Folkenstrom, who is one of the leaders of Odaiko Sonora and just kind of leader in the taiko community, an all-around awesome person. Nicole Stansberry, Aki Takahashi, and Lani Villanueva. And so they're all going to be teaching different aspects of the dance. It's going to be quite an involved schedule. Fridays and Sundays. And there's going to happen over 5 sessions. And there's going to be an optional watch party on the one that happens on Sunday, November 8th. And that watch party will be the All Souls Procession live event. So that's going to be really fun. And as another sort of highlight of this community series, and to sort of set it apart from our other series, this is going to be on a sliding scale. So it's pay what you can. Suggested donation is going to be $10 to $50, but of course, open to any amount of donation. But this is really, we really want to focus on keeping the bar of entry very low, and really having this be a real sharing experience. So please sign up and tell your taiko group about it. And I really hope that we can get different kind of groups interacting and highlight some of the sort of really interesting and creative ways that our community uses taiko, uses dance, uses song to connect with their local community. And I think hopefully in highlighting this, we will inspire a lot more of these kinds of events. So please sign up for our first kaDON Live community series, Tucson Ondo, with Odaiko Sonora and the Tucson Ondo teaching team. It's going to be really awesome, and I hope we will see you all there. And that is all I have for you for this live stream. So thank you very much for tuning in. And oh, I almost forgot to say, I want to thank all of our subscribers, all of our supporters. If you haven't subscribed to kaDON, please consider doing so. It's those subscriptions and your support that really makes everything that we do possible. As we like to say, we are powered by you. So thank you very much for tuning in, and see you next time. Bye-bye.